Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Just going to start today off with a warning of a scam that's been happening on the Facebook pages, some of the collectors' pages of selling shirts that have been undelivered. These shirts have been sold for a considerable amount of money, I have to say. They've been sold, resold, undelivered, told they've been unpacked, not delivered, sold to someone else, all sorts of things going on. And the chap involved has gone very quiet on Facebook, so hopefully you don't get involved in this scam. Otherwise you might end up the creek, as they say. So anyway, onwards and upwards. Things that have turned up this week. Some great things turned up this week. Firstly, signature of Frank Hayes there, which I bought because, not for very much I have to say, because I didn't think I had a Frank Hayes, but then after I bought it, I suddenly looked through and there was a Frank Hayes on that 74 sheet to the West Indies. So never mind, got two now. So that's the end of that. Another thing that's been come over all the way from Australia is this lovely photograph here, signed and given to me by Shehan. And it's England 1980 Lord's Centenary Test. The interesting thing is it's actually signed in proper ink. Nice signatures there, so really pleased with that, and thanks Jan for that. That's a lovely addition to the collection. I've got the postcard, but that's a nice signed copy. So almost upwards. So the major thing that turned up this week was this lovely book here, limited edition book by Steve Sheen. It is Who's Who of Warwickshire Cricketers from 1894 to 1939, just before the war, obviously. In the front there, got this lovely signature sheet of quite a few famous Warwickshire players there, and the title page. This one is number 43. It goes into, as it says on the tin, all the cricketers Warwickshire. Lovely biographies of them, photographs, and mainly nearly all the signatures have been found in there as well by a few methods and a few collectors over the years. So it's extremely well put together, I have to say. It's a magnificent production, and Steve's got a few left if you're interested. I do recommend it, I have to say. I will put a link on our Spirit of Cricket Collecting website, which gives you an interview with Steve at Warwickshire rather, where he explains everything to do with the book. It took him, so he says, 12 years to do, and there's all sorts of things in there. It even goes into how much they left in their will, which is fantastic. Amazing bit of research there. I'll just read this one out here. Stanley Hugh Richardson played 2 matches and left £13,000 in his will. So quite an interesting thing. That most of the wills down there, but all sorts of interesting things in here, I have to say. And a couple of suicides he's picked out that Dave Frith didn't mention in his book. So onwards and upwards with that one. So it's fantastic. So anyway, this week we had Don Bradman's birthday, and as you can see behind me, got a couple of, or a Bradman photograph. This one here is, that's in Adelaide, that one. It's one of the first Bradman pictures I got, a signed one. I think it's a copy photograph, but it's a lovely production. I recently found out the photograph was taken originally in 1937 by Harry Krishuk between the 4th and 5th test matches. So that's quite a nice large framed print there of Bradman, signed nicely across his thigh. Hopefully that's going to stay up there. So now I thought I'd, as soon as his birthday, show a few other bits and pieces that I've collected over the years from Bradman. This is the other matching photograph with that. This one here, got all his details down the bottom there. Another lovely cover drive there. This one I think is a Sydney one. This one, so excellent value for money they were at the time. And then this one here on a framed article, which come from the Keith Attree collection, and he was selling stuff off. I think Kim Hughes had something to do with it, but it's a nice first day cover there, signed by Bradman. Got all his stuff underneath and a couple of photographs. So another nice presentation there. And this one here, this one's out of the Lord's Taverners book, this one. Bradman, nice picture there. And his blazer, that's quite a nice print there. And then final picture is the rather large Jack Russell, called Cricketing Heroes. This one's signed by the Don and Jack Russell, and this one is number, what's the number of this one? 87, I think, this one. And he got, I think he got 100 signed by Don out of the limited edition of 800 and something. So quite a nice image there, and I've got it nicely framed, but another nice image, and large one on the wall. So that's 4 of those. A couple of other bits here from Don. Don's first tour is a lovely menu here, 1934 menu, coming over on the ship. And in here we've got all the signatures in there. Come over with the Davis Cup team in 34, and one of the meals there is chicken mayonnaise a la Bradman. Don't know why he didn't sign across there. I've got Stan McCabe across there and Clammy Grimmett, and all on the back there some tennis players on the back there. It's only a tiny little menu, but it's a lovely thing. Coming over on the ship, as you know, I'm a bit of a ship man, so that's a nice thing. And then letter here from 1948 from the Piccadilly Hotel in London, and they'll stay in London. This is thanking them for a kind letter and the little present which accompanied it, but what that would have been I don't know. And it says, I sincerely appreciate your good wishes, but regret I am unable to send you the photograph you asked for. However, I do enclose a copy of a team's autographs which I hope you will like. Best wishes, Don Bradman. A lovely signature there of Don Bradman down the bottom there. So that's quite a nice Piccadilly Hotel letter. This one's for James Marchant. Nice little candle snuffer here with a Don. I think this is number 94, I think this one. Henry Sandham and Friends. So quite a nice, but that quite a long time actually, that one. Quite a nice little candle snuffer. And then we got the, here we got coin, 20 cents coin there, produced with Bradman. There's cover drive on there. 1908 to 2001. That's nice coin there. The last thing today is going to be the flicker book. It's Don Bradman number 1, on drive and off drive. So I expect quite a few of you have got one of these, but they're good fun to see and quite innovative at the time. There's quite a few flicker books around, Clammy Grimmett and Bradman, Frank Woolley, but there's a Don Bradman one. So got to get the other ones, but I've got another one, but it's not in particularly good condition. So anyway, there's a few things there on Don Bradman's bits and pieces. And look out for the Steve Sheen book. It's a fantastic book, and also I'll put a link up on the Spirit of Cricket Collecting website or Facebook page. You should have a look at. He just talks all about the book. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and bear the warning of the scam on the shirts. Cheers then. See you next week. Bye.